If you know Bristol, then you'll enjoy this video. And if you don't, well, stick around. Come for a walk with me. This is my old college town. I know it well. It's a unique and gorgeous little city, deep in history of global significance, said Gromit. Pop into a couple of art galleries. So much to see and talk about. I'll break these videos into 3 parts, so this is part 1. Hello, my name is Goodchap, James Goodchap. Welcome to my channel, Art Trails and Tales. Okay, so we're stepping into St Mary Redcliffe, Bristol, where Queen Elizabeth I called it first parish church in the country. St Mary Redcliffe, let's check this out. Wow. Hello, love, all right? Thank you. Oh, this is, you know, I was in college in Bristol, but I've not come to this church on the inside before. Hello, baby. Can I say hi? Oh, she's got a rowie. What you got going on, sweetie? Hi.
I have to bring her today. She's not been very well. She's got a bad paw.
Oh,
so I didn't want to leave her at home alone.
She's a lovely girl. No, what's her name?
Molly.
Molly.
She loves people.
She does love people. Thank you.
So where have you come from?
Well, my friends here are just up the road in what town do you live in? Keynsham.
Oh, you're in Keynsham? Yeah. Oh, my brother lives on the Wells Way.
The first iteration of the church built here was during the Saxon era, 800 years ago, rebuilt to this magnificent decorative Gothic style, 1292 if memory serves me well. The original spire was struck by lightning in 1446. Yeah, somebody sent up a wrong prayer.
I mean, like Morris here, he's 94, 95 nearly.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been here forever.
Good.
Fits in.
Well done.
Are you Irish?
No, I'm Welsh actually.
Oh, it's Welsh.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's
whereabouts?
mixed up because I've been all over the shop. But I'm visiting. I live in California now, so I'm over here visiting friends and family in Wales, and
So whereabouts in Wales are you from?
South Wales, Caerphilly.
Ah,
Yeah, oh, these are just
I lived
wonderful.
up in Blackwood for a bit. You know
I got a well, I used to have a good friend, but in Blackwood, but he's, yeah, I know that place well.
Yeah, 2 black levels, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely,
Oh, this church has so many stories. Can you even imagine? Medieval times, it was once Catholic. The Civil War, Protestant, Reformation, where they whitewashed all the pretty colours and took away all the gilded bits, turned it into a Protestant church, Church of England. All because Henry VIII had the Hotspur, Anne Boleyn, or was it Jane Seymour? It's hard to keep up with the atrocities of that family. Gargoyles and grotesques. Medieval times, these bizarre monsters, demonic faces, and strange creatures were carved by master stonemasons to guard the sacred space and ward off evil.
Well, in 1941, during the Blitz, I failed it.
Right,
So they sent me during the war to a technical school
right.
to learn to be a plumbing, but I was no good at that. But because I was already showing signs of interest in history and literature and languages, at the end of the war, in 1946, at the age of 16, I was transferred to a grammar school, Cotton Grammar School in Bristol, which at that time was a very fine grammar school.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I was there, and one year, having gone through the war with nothing at all, took the school certificate, got 8 distinctions. Now I had to go and do my national service.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Yeah.
before that, Wood, who was a wonderful man, called my father and he said, this boy should go to university, which was absurd because we were a very poor family.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Yeah.
were very, very intellectual, but very poor. But before I went to join the army to do my national service in 1949, in those days, there weren't many universities. There was Oxford, Cambridge,
Yeah.
Bristol. Sam would have been at Cambridge. He said, you should go to Cambridge. I said, that'd be ridiculous, can't afford it. Anyway, you had, in those days, to go to Oxford or Cambridge, you had to have the qualification in Latin or Greek, classics. So they gave me a crash course, and in 2 months, and I've still got the books, Caesar's Gallic Wars and Virgil's Aeneid. Got no distinction, so I qualified for Cambridge before I left the school.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well done.
So it worked out quite
Great
well in the
story.
end. It took a long time.
Yeah. Well done. Right.
I wanted to stay on in Cambridge, but unfortunately, I only got a 2-1, which is I got a 2-1. No, I got a first in history,
Oh.
2-1 in economics.
Oh, well done. I got a 2-1.
They were very, very,
Happy with
very
that.
tough.
Tough. Yeah.
They were very good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. Who is this? I can't-
I'm James.
That's James. He's a friend of ours who's.
Hi,
hello,
how are
I'm
you?
sorry, I can't see.
Oh,
Where are you from?
I live locally in Keynsham,
Keynsham.
but he lives in America.
I'm visiting from California.
I think Keynsham may have been mentioned in the Doomsday Book. I'm not sure.
Is it really?
I know it used to be mentioned on Radio Luxembourg.
There's Lewis.
Yeah.
I can recognise. Have you got the regimental sergeant major's badge on? This is Lewis.
Yes.
I'm actually a
He's one of
captain.
our
I'm
friends.
actually a captain today.
He's a captain today.
Captain today.
Lewis, have they finished the communion service?
Yeah.
Tom, should we be off, Cherry?
I'll see you again.
Take care. Lovely to meet
Lovely
you.
to meet you.
Take care. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. Lovely to meet you too.
God go with you.
Thank you. You too,
Thank you
mate.
very much.
That was a treasure, mate.
Here all day, Cherry gone to sleep. Glad we died. What an interesting chat.
Yeah, huh?
John Cabot apparently sent up more than a few good wishes from that church before he headed out across the Atlantic to America from these very docks. And as I edit right now, I'm looking closer at this video. And what's up in there? Check it out. A replica of John Cabot's boat, the Matthew. He and 18 other sailors took that little boat all the way across the Atlantic to Newfoundland in 1497. How about that?
So that's called Horn Bridge, is it, mate?
Cornbridge, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't here when I was here. There's the Animal Feeney Art Gallery.
This is a wonderful gallery that always has great shows. The Arnolfini, they're named after the famous Van Eyck painting.
So I can't blame anyone else for her bad behaviour, to be honest with you. Down.
So Cherry asks me over a cuppa, "Here, James, how long's it been since you've been back here in Bristol?" Is that right, Essie, my love? Is how they talk in Bristol? And I reckon that's just sound as a pound. I brought my kids home to Wales every Christmas, so we would visit these guys here, come to visit in Keynsham quite often, but I hadn't been into the centre of Bristol for Yikes. 40 years. Oh my god. One of my favourite experiences is going to a place that you know intimately well, you haven't seen for a long time, so you're seeing it fresh. That's a wonderful feeling. All sorts of amazing people keep coming out of Bristol. Just before I left Bristol for the States, this boy here, Banks, he was putting stuff up on the walls around town. He wasn't famous then, but I looked at that art and went, this is different. This is something else. It wasn't like this. It was the early graffiti style that he established. These are all Banksy's. Wallace and Gromit fans will recognize this character. And this little corner here, Stokes Croft, is famous for and replete with wonderful murals and messages. Bristol people rise up and speak up. Not once but twice in its history, Bristol was the first city in England to abolish slavery. It had a major global impact because most traffic from Africa came through Bristol before crossing the Atlantic. We have a voice, people. Let's get heard. And I have to just share these pictures of Bedminster, where I lived during the romance of my college years. Chinese and fish and chips treats right at the corner of our street, and that's where we lived right there. That's another story. I'll leave you with a few college pics I took through photography during college years, like a duck of water, middle of the night photo shoots. Bristol College of Art and Design had a wonderful photography department, so we were able to print our own prints. These are contact sheet photographs, but I like the effect. They look great. It's also about tails. Not this kind of tail right here. It's very much about that. If you're a dog lover, all sorts of treats in there. That's Aussie, by the way. For the best part of 30 years running a brand identity agency in Sacramento, California, raising 3 lovely, spectacular children, I decided to take my art, my photography, my design on the road. It's not the first time I've made big moves. Art Trails and Tales is about getting out in nature. Sometimes we make art, sometimes we find other artists and see what they've done. We meet and make time for wonderful people like Maurice, with the reward and pleasure of just stopping and listening to what a near centurion has to say. These are not how-to videos. You should find your own voice, your own way to create. Rise up, speak up, yeah? In part 2 of my visit to Bristol, I'll take you to see the world's first suspension bridge in Clifton. This is my favourite pub, also in Clifton. You need to know the important places. Ashton Court Manor House, and so much more. So have a great week, and I'll see you on the weekend. Cheers.